This is big breaking news. Evacuations have been ordered in Los Angeles, and things are expected to get even worse over the weekend. That is what officials are warning of right now. Let's get into all the details here. You guys can see it says flash flood threat in California prompts evacuation warnings for multi-day atmospheric river. It says if the storm unfolds as forecast, this would be one of Los Angeles's wettest Novembers in the past 50 years. All right, so evacuations are being ordered in Los Angeles. You can see here, this is from LA County government. It says rain alert. Rain is expected across Los Angeles County starting Thursday, November 13th through Sunday, November 16th, with the potential for debris flows in recent burn scar areas. Visit this website here for preparedness tips, sign up for emergency alerts, and then it has it in Spanish as well too. All right, so you can see here it says this page has been activated for November rainstorm information, and evacuation warnings have been issued in areas near recent burn scars due to the risk of mud and debris flows. This is from the Pacific Palisade fires, mostly, not all of them, but one of the largest regions is right where this Pacific Palisades fire happened. All right, you can see here these are the areas under evacuation: Canyon, Bethany, Eaton, Palisades, Hearst, Kenneth, Sunset, Lydia, Franklin, and Bridge. Evacuations are in effect from Thursday, November 13th at 6 p.m. through Sunday, November 16th at 11 a.m. You can see here's a map of the evacuation areas that are under warning currently. The yellow zones are the areas under warning. All right, so down there, down in the south, this is where we had these fires in Malibu. That is under evacuation warning near Calabasas as well too, and also up here near Castaic Junction outside of Santa Clarita, where they've had a lot of wildfires as well. All right, and also just north of Los Angeles, north of Altadena, so in Eaton Canyon. So evacuation warnings, if you are in this area, be ready to go, be ready to leave, because this atmospheric river is expected to dump a ton of rain, and we could see flash flooding in these areas. All right, even San Francisco, places like that are on high alert because they tend to have flooding in their downtown areas when these things get bad. Let's get into more details here. You can see San Francisco, an atmospheric river has begun to slam California. That is expected to bring days of heavy rain, strong wind gusts, and potentially feet of mountain snow to the Golden State through early next week, ushering in the region's rainy season. The storm system is forecast to bring several months worth of rain to Southern California in the span of just a few days, while a flash flood threat covers the Bay Area and Northern California Thursday. This was San Francisco. Earlier today, you can see this storm and this atmospheric river was already hitting, right? And downtown San Francisco has experienced flooding the past few years during these big storm systems, all right? So it's kind of a low city, and it's right there on the water, and it could be part of their sewage system, and just their drainage systems are not being well maintained as well too. Could be a problem as well. It says Santa Clara County urged drivers to use caution Thursday morning. Meanwhile, heavy rain fell during the night of Thursday morning rush in San Francisco, or during the height of Thursday morning rush in San Francisco. A brief ground stop was issued at San Francisco International Airport due to high winds Thursday afternoon. Meanwhile, the city of Los Angeles issued evacuation warnings around Hearst and Sunset Fire burn scars from January's devastating wildfires through Sunday morning. Evacuation orders were also issued for areas around Mandeville Canyon, which was within the footprint of the Palisades fire. It says video Thursday morning showed Los Angeles firefighters going door to door in Pasadena, warning people living in high-risk homes. According to the National Weather Service, ash from wildfires creates burn scars a water repellent coating that prevents the ground from absorbing water and causes the area to be predisposed to flash flooding and debris flows. Yeah, and there's just no grass or trees to slow down or vegetation, pine needles, sticks, there's none of these things, logs, none of these things exist on the ground anymore. They've all been burned up. So the water just kind of has free flow to move. And also as well too, this ash does create a coating as well. So the ground cannot properly absorb water. So this has been a major issue in a lot of the western states that keep seeing these fires. Right? There was massive flooding in Arizona as well too, just a few weeks ago. And they had a huge fire a few months ago, the Phoenix fire at the Grand Canyon, and burned down one of the old lodges there. Okay, so there's been a lot of just wild weather. This was from last month. This picture here, this was from October 14th. And this was outside of Los Angeles, California. All right, so we could see this again. And these certain areas, you need to listen to the evacuations if you're in these low zones or if you're in these burn scar areas. It says here that rain is expected to sweep across coastal California and farther inland into the Central Valley Thursday. NOAA's Weather Prediction Center issued 2 different level 2 out of 4 flash flood threats Thursday. One that covers San Francisco and the Bay Area, and the other one that covers Sacramento and parts of Shasta Cascades, Sierra Nevadas, and Gold Country. Thunderstorms with lightning and strong wind gusts are possible as storms come on shore. All right, and you can see this mapping here for the flash flooding threats, and a level 2 threat has been issued. So 2 out of 4. It's not the most extreme, a mid-level threat, but certain areas are going to get hit harder than others, and that's why they're issuing these evacuations for these burn areas. So San Francisco all the way down to LA is not going to be safe. Even up to Redding, there's level 2 flash flooding threats, right, which is pretty far north. That's Northern California, right? So, but the primary areas that they're most worried about is coastal areas. There's also going to be a lot of snow as well too. It says here that San Francisco and LA could see 3 to 5 inches of rain through Monday, with localized pockets of 5 to 8 inches of rain. San Gabriel and Santa Monica ranges could also see 5 to 8 inches of rainfall. All right, and the rain in the mountain areas and hills really accumulates because all that water rushes down into the creeks, rivers, streams, things like that, and then wherever those flow to, we tend to see potential flooding in those areas as well too. So if you're in lowland areas of these mountain ranges, then be on high alert as well. You even see some snow, right, in the Sierra Nevada mountain ranges. And it's that time of year. It's November, so it's time for them to get some snow, but I'm sure people there are not really ready for it. All right, at least I'm not ready for winter yet. I'm ready physically, but I'm not ready mentally. I don't want it to be cold. It says here that this would be Los Angeles's wettest November in the past 50 years if conditions hold. All right, and you can see some of these areas are, I even see maybe some small areas definitely saying 5 to 8 inches of rain in certain regions. All right, maybe even pushing up to 8 to 12 in some areas. And I can see some dark orange, almost red, right above Los Angeles. Okay, so this is going to affect a lot of people. And you can see here winter weather alerts have been issued as well too. It's saying heavy snow above 8,000 feet. And this is all along the mountain ranges in California. So let me know what you guys think down below. Wind gusts are expected to exceed 100 miles per hour in the Sierra mountain ranges. So pretty extensive wind gusts, right? 100-mile-an-hour winds, that could be damaging. That's, very powerful wind gusts. That's close to hurricane levels, where we could see damage to roofs, to things that aren't strapped down. Anything near windows could cause damages, near your home. So bring all that stuff inside. Hope you guys are staying safe, staying prepared, staying stocked up. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.